In ancient India, King Kauravya ruled with unchecked pride. His palace, adorned with gold and jewels, symbolized his belief in absolute control. Historical records show kings like him often conflated material wealth with divine right. Yet, Buddhist texts reveal such arrogance blinds leaders to life's impermanence, a lesson he was about to learn. When messengers described the Buddha's teachings, how he spoke of ego as the root of suffering, the king laughed. Archaeological evidence suggests rulers often dismissed ascetics, but the Buddha was different. His followers included former warriors and merchants, proving his wisdom transcended class. The king's disdain set the stage for a clash of worldviews. Determined to humiliate the sage, the king marched with 500 soldiers, a show of force documented in the Pali Canon. His procession stirred dust across the plains, mirroring the chaos of his mind. Psychologists note such displays often mask deep insecurity. The Buddha, however, remained unmoved beneath his Bodhi tree, embodying the stillness the king lacked. As the king approached, the Buddha didn't rise, a radical act in royal protocol. Texts describe this moment as the earth itself holding its breath. Neuroscientific studies show human brains instinctively react to threats, yet the Buddha's meditation practice allowed non-reactivity. His silence was a mirror reflecting the king's turmoil. "See my army, my wealth," the king roared, but the Buddha noted internally how voice tremors betrayed his fear. Modern leadership studies confirm arrogance often peaks before collapse. The king's gold armor gleamed. Ironic, as Buddhist metallurgy texts describe gold as soft and transient, much like human pride. The Buddha extended his hand. "Control this grain and you control the world." Science confirms even sand follows quantum unpredictability. The king froze. His engineers couldn't command monsoons or prevent rust. This tiny particle became the pinprick that burst his bubble of grandiosity. Sweat dripped from the king's brow onto his ruby-encrusted crown. Buddha psychology explains how such moments trigger ego dissolution. Functional MRI scans show prefrontal cortex activity decreasing during humility epiphanies. The king's clenched jaw loosened, his first unguarded expression in years. "Even mountains become dust," the Buddha said, referencing geological erosion cycles. His words aligned with modern physics. All matter decays. As the king's shoulders slumped, neurochemistry suggests his body released oxytocin, the surrender hormone. Nearby, a withered leaf fell, completing the metaphor. With shaking hands, the king removed his crown. Archaeological finds show many rulers buried with such items, but this king chose liberation. His pearls scattered like seeds, a motif later seen in Buddhist art. Behavioral economists note this as an extreme, sunk-cost fallacy rejection. As the king followed the Buddha into the forest, his former soldiers stood stunned. Psychological studies on cults suggest such transformations are rare without coercion. Yet here was voluntary change. The path ahead was rough, but as Buddhist topography notes, every journey begins beneath the feet.